think. One moment, let me check. Wait, let me wait for Twitch.
Yeah, don't worry. Bless you. I think it's working.
Yes.
So
Okay then.
Good morning,
Good
everyone.
morning, everyone, for the last
day of
day of the game jam, right? I hope you slept very well.
Yeah, hope no one is like not sleeping at all. I heard many people from last night where they're like, okay, we're gonna work until 1 or something. So we don't know how that's going. But we have our first guest.
Yes.
A welcome return guest.
Yes.
How are you doing? And yeah, the last stretch.
The last stretch. I'm doing okay.
Can you repeat again, just quick, what game?
Yes, our game is this one with ghost possessing NPCs in order to get through the level.
Yes.
Yes, the still working title is True Possession. We still don't have the original title. It will be there today. But yeah, the game is going pretty well. Most of the mechanics is already coded and working. Yeah, we're working on animation right now and just last parts.
I see. Do you guys get enough sleep?
I think so. Yeah.
That's great to hear. And how is the playtesting, or is there anything gonna start early before the presentation?
I don't think we can manage this. We are testing it on our own during designing levels to make the levels playable, but I don't think we will be ready soon enough to make official playtesting before release.
No problem. The question is, basically, it's coming to an end, and would you think this project, let's say it's after the game jam, will you focus on keep developing it, polishing it, and then maybe put it into your portfolio? How do you feel about this project at the moment?
I mean, it's a good game, good program. Maybe if I have time, I will come back to this. But honestly, I have too many projects on my desktop, so maybe in the future.
Right now, I saw that you're alone on the table. Is your team not coming today, or?
They will come, but probably
Later.
a bit later.
Okay.
But it seems like everything's not going a problem. You know, we're doing the eye bag check, so we're looking at everyone's eye bag, if they're very large, very dark, or no. You seem very healthy, guy. Doing it well, and I'm pretty sure your project will be extremely interesting. I would like to play
I
test.
hope so. Yeah, sure. You're welcome.
Actually, it seems that like many people are rather relaxed this
Yeah.
time. At least you went there for the last game jam, right?
Yes. And
Last time many people were freaking out and we have so much more
Especially,
stuff to do.
in the like 9 a.m. everyone's already there,
Yes.
and they're all rushing at something super intense. But this time, it's so empty.
Yep.
It's actually surprising to find this to be that way. But yeah, how is your confidence on winning this game jam?
Low. I saw the games of other people, and our game is primitive.
Nah, that's not it. It's all about the creativity, right? I think you guys got
Yeah,
it.
sure, but the graphical part is also very important,
Right.
and we're still working on this part.
I'm pretty sure you guys could tackle it, but yeah, everything aside, I think you're just waiting for teammates to come, or you're doing the engineering part.
I'm coding still because I'm the only coder in our team, so they will do the graphics later.
Right.
All right then. Just as a reminder, I think we should do a loud announcement at like 3 o'clock to remind people that they should upload screenshots and a description, etc. Just as a reminder for our people online, please don't forget to upload your screenshots and your project on itch ahead of time at sharp 4 p.m. The submissions are closed, so don't do it in the last second. Try to build a project now so you have something working at least. And you can always replace it later with a more up-to-date version.
And yeah, that will be a good reminder too for your team. If some people are chilling and they have something to do, make sure tell them to open up the child
Don't chill.
project. Yes, make upload everything,
Work.
at least like your current version, upload it and
Yeah.
update it later. So, because some people in the last game gen did forget at the last moment when things are closed. So, yes, this is a good reminder.
It's like with university submissions. Some people are trying to submit
Yeah.
something 1 second before the
Relatable.
deadline, and then, oh damn, I had a lag.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times. So, yeah, don't make the same mistake. And
Sure.
yeah, thanks for the whole interview, and I hope we didn't take you too much time.
No, no problem.
If you need a playtester, let me know.
Yes, we
course.
will both
Yes.
be likely to join.
Of course.
All right. Then,
All right,
good luck to
thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
See you.
See ya.
The guys from there on the white sweater, and yeah, you can ask them.
At the very back.
Yeah, at the very back. Cool. Well, welcome. Good morning, guys. Take a seat, whichever one. It's alright.
Did we already have you?
No, I think
No.
it's the
Last time in April, you had us.
Oh, no, I mean this time.
Yeah, this time.
Okay, so you didn't talk about your game on
Okay.
stream.
No.
Okay, then please
Yeah, that's a perfect
let us know
start.
what are you working on.
Yes.
So we're working on a game called Into the Metaverse. It's
Yes.
parody of Zuckerberg's Metaverse, and it's sort of a spiritual successor to our last Game Jam game, which we did in April. Last time it was about working in an office and building the Metaverse, and now it's finished. And you are a worker in the Metaverse, but the Metaverse is really bad, so there are a lot of bugs, a lot of stuff that just doesn't work. There are no lags implemented yet, so it's your job to fix things.
Also, you're making it buggy and laggy on purpose, or?
It's a
Yes,
feature.
let's
Yes,
say
yes, yes.
yeah.
And basically, your game is about fixing bugs as a programmer in the metaverse. Is it correct?
That's sort of the idea. The implementation is more like a shooter where you shoot buggy blocks away to progress through the level.
That's a very optimal way to fix it.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. And what parts are you guys taking part in? Like in this project? Which one is doing programming, art, audio?
So what are you doing?
I'm just sitting there. I'm more or less just drawing things because Unity is limited to 3 people, so 3 accounts.
Because
Can you
of
speak up for the microphone a bit,
sure.
little bit louder?
Yeah, sorry, your voice. Yeah. No problem.
It's too early.
Yeah.
You know, the deep voice in the morning. Yes.
yeah, and I'm mostly doing some programming work.
Go.
And the rest of your team, what are they doing? Or?
Oh, we have a really great 3D modeler who does a lot of 3D modeling. We have one guy who likes setting up the environment in the scene.
Level designers? Or?
Yeah, exactly. And we have 2 people for the music.
That's it.
We have a lot of people doing music this
This
time.
year, a lot is like 2 musicians, 2 artists, and 1 programmer, and which is completely reversed from last semester.
Yes.
Yeah.
Usually
I
it's
think 9 to 1.
usually
artists.
it's like 90% programmers, and they fight it
Yeah.
out over all the artists.
So, it's a little bit insane to think about that, actually.
But I think it's also a good sign because that means there are a lot of more people from diverse backgrounds coming in.
But
And
I was like the tutor for the new cohort that is coming, and most of them are programmers. But apparently, maybe a lot of them knows both skills, and they're able to do what
Okay.
they want. So
Interesting.
that's very impressive. And in a sense, I really wonder how your game's gonna work out because I like to see the metaverse references. 'Cause, you know,
Okay.
lots of
Will it look
references.
better than Zuckerberg's?
oh, that's an important.
I don't think that's hard to do.
It will look
That's true.
purposefully bad.
So unlike with Facebook, yours is a deliberate choice.
Yes.
Yes.
Will Zuckerberg be in the game?
There will be dialogue with him.
So it would be a lord. I see.
Yeah.
I can't wait to play with the game because I would like to see how you're gonna taunt him. It's gonna be great. And, yeah. How is the progress, by the way? It's now.
Are you in panic mode or?
Yes.
So
Not yet.
Not yet. Not
still
until
have
the
a few
last
hours.
hour.
2 or 3 hours, yeah. So yeah, I think we were a bit overambitious with this project. So we probably won't be able to deliver all the things we wanted to deliver. But I am optimistic that we'll get a working game that you can play from start to finish.
That's a very successful development.
Are you already playtesting?
We'll start very soon, hopefully.
Well, in that sense, you guys are all looking calm and nice. So that's already a great sign for everyone, actually. Since we interviewed from yesterday, everyone is actually chill from start to finish. So that's great. Hope to see you guys done an amazing job in these 3 days, or 2 days, 48 hours. Sorry. But yeah, nothing more question to ask. Really. And if you need a playtest,
Let us know.
let us know. We want to try it and give honest feedback to the audience.
Okay, great.
No problem. See you guys.
See you.
Thanks.
Ciao. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
Morning.
You guys have the sharpest face in the entire game jam. Look at
I think
no eye bags, number one. Number two, like relaxed, happy with the smiley face.
Where's Nick? That's
Yeah,
how
feel
will
like-
he look?
It's like the diamond in the field. Like, how can you guys be so
We just don't show that we're an emotional wreck.
I got my 8 hours of sleep, so I'm happy.
Wow. So,
So yeah, you were the team doing the card game, the physical card game. How's progress going?
So yesterday we had our first playtest with 6 people, and we
Yes.
learned that balancing card game is a very hard thing to do.
Yes, I was part of the group, so but it was really fun. I really liked some of the ideas.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but of course, yeah, balancing is a huge issue because you have good ideas with cards, but then you have to plan ahead how's the
Yeah,
entire
it's
thing.
just so
playing
many
out.
scenarios that can happen.
I think the big issue is just finding the right values for the cards. But that's, easy to just check and reiterate on. But you still need a lot of time to just have some games played every time with the cards, so you see how they do over time, which is a positive and a negative to like digital debugging, for example, because in digital debugging you can always just readjust values, recompile, try it out. If it's a bug that's not connected to value issues, then it's going a little bit more complicated in a digital game. But for the physical games, it's like easier to find the issues, but way harder to adjust values because it takes more time to play through all the scenarios.
And one problem that we also run into is that I feel that the game is kind of balanced if everybody knows what they are doing in the game. But it's a party game, so it has to be very accessible. So we can't expect like everyone to immediately see, okay, this is a good move, this is not a good move. So we kind of run into the issue where I feel like if you play it the first time, it won't make a lot of sense. Maybe if you play it a little bit more, the pieces start to fall in place, which is not a good thing for a party game. So that's another issue.
I also think the game yesterday was a little bit unrepresentative for the game because
No,
yeah,
Because of Tom.
because you didn't win.
no, not because I didn't win, because we actually planned that the players are trying to keep down the most effective player and not just try to eliminate the weak ones.
You?
I died before him, remember?
Oh yeah,
Somehow.
I screwed you over 2 times by taking your cards away.
I got like screwed over like 17,000 times, but I still managed to survive somehow. We also addressed that issue, so there is no more, hey, you're at 0 coins, you may still come back from it. As soon as you reach 0, you're out.
Two things that we did were we lowered the average costs of cards, so there's now way more one cost and two cost cards, and there's also cards that only benefit you if you have a low amount of coins, so that the winning players won't buy them, but if you're losing, you have a chance to come back.
Also, you try to implement like a comeback mechanic style.
Not really a combat mechanic, but there's a few cards that can help you come back.
Yeah.
We would love to add one, but it's already a bit too complex.
And a bit too late for new cards, so we
Well,
just
there's always time for DLC. So.
there's always time.
DLC.
I was for a while I was developing party games, but not in the sense of how do you call it? Effect based or multiple card based. I learned a lot from poker and development. And my experience that I want to share, maybe it's helpful for you, is I found myself trapped into two balancing of two edges. One is being completely balanced, where the game is fair. One
A
is,
game should never be fair.
I know, but you have the innate sense of like, oh, what if I'm losing?
It needs to not be
And you want someone to
frustrating.
come back to drag those up. For example, you
Yeah.
got destroyed, even though you're the weaker one.
Having the comeback mechanic is itself unfair for players that are winning.
But a good example of that is, for example, Mario Kart. Like the game is incredibly unbalanced, but it will always feel like
Yes.
As long as
in
you
a
have fun
moment.
losing, it's
yeah,
totally
but
fine.
Yeah, it's super fun to get hit with 3 blue shirts in a row, then 6 red shirts, and then losing first place to second
Bunch
place.
of thunders.
Super fun game.
I think it's a great example of balancing party games. Mario Kart.
And I find myself at the end it's more like go to the edge instead of trying to find yourself in the middle where you have infinite suffering. Just go either 100% fun where everything is chaotic, where yes it's not balanced, and some people who doesn't know like what you're risking for is hard to fix. Like people don't know the game rule completely, and the more you minimize it, the more balance it gets, but it will get less fun.
Yeah.
It's like the
I
little
think we
edge.
also move on a different trajectory because we would have to like balance the game for like that it is fun the first time around because the least people on the game jam are going to play it more than once. But we also would like to have the game to be actually fun when you play it multiple times, so you can
should be
replay the
some
game.
level of skill expression in the game. But maybe we've been focusing too much on balancing, and we should just let it be the chaos that it is.
Yeah, I think we just reworked the last few wording issues with the effects and then let it be like that. And
I can see
what
myself
happens is
playing it
going to
multiple
happen.
times, so I think it's really fun.
I mean, I could see myself also playing it some more times, but I also think that we definitely need to rebalance the game after we played it a few more times.
One other big change that we made is in our game, like it got very drawn out at the end. So now as soon as you reach 0 coins, you instantly die. So even if you're like at 0 coins but you still have 4 cards, like you're not waiting to bleed out like I think it won't prevent the issue that we had in the end where someone had 4 pieces of Bergsodia and was just playing one by one.
Well, yeah, that was also one of the issues why it got so drawn out, because we had one player going for a super hard strategy to pull off, which also involves a lot of luck, and the other player just having a casual playthrough. So the player who went for the super exotic strategy just didn't have anything to come back, because the strategy just evolved around
Yeah, it's
those
all or
specific
nothing
cards
strategy.
that do nothing if you don't have them all. So
But on the other hand, it's a high risk, high reward. So
yeah,
True.
I mean it was
There's a
also
lot of high risk, high rewards.
it was also surprising that the player who went for the exotic strategy was one of the last two players standing.
I mean, the game was very unrepresentative. It was literally turn one. Okay, let's kill the two developers of the game.
Yeah.
But
Some fun.
perhaps the person was one of the last players because it was these cards are, if I remember correctly, rather cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
But now that there are way more cheap cards, it should elevate the issue. Because I don't know if you remember, but after like 2 rounds, the average cost of a card in the store was like 3. And you only have 12 coins to work with, so investing in 3 is already like 1/4 of your capital. So it should be like, I think now 1 in 4 cards will be above 2 costs on average.
Oh, okay.
So
So there's
should have-
lot more incentive to spend.
yeah, and there's also more types of cheap cards. So
And
I'm curious to see
we
if it
hope that
works.
this fixes a little bit of the ramping up costs in the shop. I mean, if you're unlucky, you're just going to start with 5 high card costs, which, I mean, that's just card games. Then you have to adjust strategies accordingly, but that's something first time players are not going to be able to do. I mean, buying a 5 cost card in the first turn may work out for you. It may also just completely backfire because
bought
another
two.
because another player just has the I'm going to delete this card and
Yeah, there's more of them now.
yeah. I think we've increased it to around 50%. So 50% of the permanent cards can be removed, which may be a good information for all the players at the beginning of the game, just so they know. Don't waste your removals on cards that
On minor birds.
Yeah, on minor birds, because we also nerfed them, so you can only get a maximum out of 5 coins from them. So after 5 turns,
were
they get
incredibly
discarded
strong.
by itself. There's only one generation card that doesn't run out anymore, which is the Stongsburg. But
He's legendary. He
yeah,
should be
he's a
strong.
legendary. He should be strong. So
So what are your plans for the last few hours now?
I pray that Nick survived his.
yeah, his.
Did you contact him
playthrough.
today?
He told me that he's going to be
Yeah.
here at around
Okay.
10:30.
So at least we know it's
So yeah,
alive.
he's
Yes.
going to come.
Okay, good.
Our plan currently is to just fix up the last few wording issues on the cards, then finish up the handbook, and then setting up the itch page with all the content, while printing the cards and maybe
Maybe making a video trailer.
yeah, maybe make the video
have
trailer. We
have
teased
any
it every
creativity
time,
left?
but the thing is, it's just the least important part to do right now.
yes.
And yeah, maybe we can get to it, maybe we don't. We will see. If we don't, we're just going
And also
to,
just spending a lot of time printing all the cards, cutting them, sleeving them.
we expect to have like 1.5 to 2 hours just cutting, sleeving, and preparing time with printing. So
If you need another play for another testing round, let me know, okay?
yeah, definitely.
I will join because I'm actually very curious now.
It's really, really good.
Because
card
it's
game.
my first
I like
impression,
it.
so you still have a new player. Don't
I can
worry.
Yeah,
only
that's
recommend
See,
it.
I
So,
would, it would be so awesome if we could have another playtest, but we would have to restructure the entire prototype deck. I just don't think we have time for that, to be honest.
That's true.
Like, we want to start finishing up the cards.
We actually have
We just pray now
changed
that it
3
is
cards
balanced.
completely from the last game, from the last playtest, because we noticed that a card just didn't do anything.
Yeah, but this really, like, this is the first time I developed like a physical card game, and I really appreciate. It makes me appreciate how much like development actually goes into making these games, and how long the iterative process of playing, balancing can take. Because it puts things into perspective how balanced other party games are, and it's easy to think that it's these are easy type of games to make, but
No.
You'll think you just throw some stuff at the wall and that
It
what
sticks.
sticks.
Yeah, no.
but you have to throw it like 100 times.
Yeah, but yeah, physical board games is not just throwing once; it's just throwing a million times, and
It's
from
a
the
fun
million
learning
from the
experience.
million tries, you probably get 10 successfuls.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a fun learning experience.
yeah,
at least.
definitely. And maybe I'm going to do more physical games
Yeah,
in the
same.
future. I mean, it's still fun.
I was thinking to maybe even longer.
Maybe in a larger group then, because I think 3 people is a little bit too little.
We need more artists.
And not just artists. I think having just other people like
Yeah,
just
so-
playtesting the game while you still rework some cards,
definitely.
and then just exchange cards that you know are not
And
good.
we also really need to find a better way of prototyping. Like we spent so much time on that prototype deck.
Yeah, we spent so much time because I literally had to rip paper for the first 2 hours instead of cutting it.
And I'm writing all of them.
And I'm writing all of them. So
Then
let's see.
it's a learning process.
Okay then.
Yeah, thank you so much for sharing all those insights, especially about the physical card game and those stuff. I think a lot of people didn't share this detail, and I think it's great
Well,
to let
maybe
people
we
know
just
about
have energy left to share.
Yeah, all the time. Well,
All the
maybe
time.
not the time.
it. Maybe it's a therapy session.
Maybe it is like I said in the beginning. We're just empty shells trying to cover up.
I only see game birds
In your head.
my bird brain.
Yeah.
All right, thanks for
Thanks for the interview.
Thank you. Okay, do we have another group scheduled?
Not really, but if we can find one more, maybe from that group. Are they working on?
They don't want to.
They don't want to.
No, they don't want to.
Wow.
I already asked. I think many people. Well, maybe it's like, despite having a rather pleasant atmosphere, little people are really stressed out.
Yeah, but not as expected. Actually, I
Yeah.
think it's pretty calm in general. But
By the way, how's your duck killing game coming along?
our team members. Oh, now it's my turn. All right. So.
Do you want to sit there?
Yeah,
No, that's okay.
But so we're doing Don't Duck With Me. Our teammates are finished making all the animations, all the
Speak a bit up.
assets,
Okay.
all the assets for the game. The rest is just basically doing the UI, menu screen, ending screen. Those stuff will be done by today, and hopefully we can make it in time. In general, it's more like a learning experience in terms for me as a manager. So
Yeah.
I will be managing the task flow, and actually learning from different people. Here, I was walking around the group, and I saw some like sticky notes. I don't know if the camera able to capture from the far. It's probably not.
I don't know because no one is sitting and talking there.
Yeah.
So, but people have taken yellow post-it notes and stuck them to the window
Yes.
and wrote stuff on it. So
And I take a closer look on what they're doing. So
Yes.
basically, it's very simple: undone, one side, and done on the right. And people are talking and communicating about who do what part. And if they want to take it, they just take it to their desk, finish it, put it in done.
So people make up tasks for what needs to be done,
Exactly.
stick it on the window, and then people who want to do a certain task take it away,
Yes.
the piece of paper, and once they are done with the task, they will put it on another section
Right.
on the window.
And we are adapting this, of course, not completely in a digital way. We share like a doc, and then we have a checkbox. Everyone's
Yes.
checking, and we're just learning those development skills where able to make people motivated. That's a very important part, because some people just get like, what am I doing? I don't know what to do, and they just sit there. And I was learning through all of them, and I was like, okay, this is the important skills when I work with people next time.
Yeah, people need to know what needs to be done,
Yeah.
and they also by using like post-it notes systems, they can see physical progress.
And also
Unlike-
see what is not done.
Yes,
like how
what's not
much
done.
is not done. So
Yeah.
it gives you a pressure and reward at the same time.
Yeah.
So I found this strategy pretty reliable to use for myself in the future.
Yeah.
And of course, I don't think I will be a just manager in the future. I was
Well-
programming.
With experience, so
Yeah, hopefully.
Be patient.
Yeah, I will have one more game jam experience, and maybe I will take positions into management with programming at the same time.
Okay.
So I think every single time game jam just give me something. So this is just great experience so far.
By the way, you mentioned last time I think that your team doesn't really have a dedicated programmer.
I was the programmer.
Yeah, but I know that
Yeah.
you apparently don't have a lot of experience with programming
Exactly. So
games, but more you are more experienced with Discord programming,
yes.
right? So how's it going along programming
So
dedicated
interestingly,
game?
I was progressing through my programming journey through this game jam. From the beginning, I can never program anything, so I do art part, 2D art, pixel art stuff, animations. And second game jam, I start doing some sort of programming with JavaScript and use Discord. It's the only thing I could make. So I was like, okay, let's do a Discord bot and some server rendering stuff. And then now I learn web development. So instead of focusing on making 3D, which is my next goal,
Yeah.
I'm doing the itch.io page details. So I'm making a web page for everyone, grouping up and making like dynamic pages. And so that's my contribution now from what I learned from the past semester. And now I'm learning Unreal, but I'm not able to.
But you're not doing it anyway, right?
Not able to do
Okay.
it yet, but I promised myself to do it next game jam. So you might see me as a 3D developer next semester.
Okay.
Then every time, just want to progress through this game jam. Give me a reason to work.
If you need help with Unreal development, ask me. I have a lot of experience with it, so
Perfect.
feel free to approach
Yeah,
me anytime.
exactly. And this is just exciting to keep doing.
Yeah. Let me just.
Yeah, go ahead. But overall, for our team, we're not very pressured.
Okay.
We're relaxed in terms of whatever the outcome was. At the end of the day, it's just realizing people who knows Unity, for now we're using Unity, that how fast we can develop. And my goal will be maybe as fast as Justina, our teammates, doing development. And hopefully we can do cooperations together and learn how to cooperate.
Yeah.
This is some new skill to learn in the future. But yeah, for now, I'm just enjoying.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all.
Yeah.
Then, we're pretty excited for in the next few hours, 5 hours. What time is that?
It's actually 10:40.
10:40. So we basically have 5 hours total
Yeah.
time to make things work. And fingers crossed for everyone. Good luck for all of you. And I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will call it.
Okay, then just as a quick reminder again, please keep in mind that we have a hard deadline at 4 p.m. For your submissions on itch.
Yeah.
Please create a game page for a page for your game. Upload screenshots. Upload the description. Upload a working version of your game. Better compile a version now to at least have
Yeah.
something working.
You can
And
just do it now and just upload something.
Yes, you
and-
can always upload updated version later.
Yeah.
Any submissions past 4, I don't think we can accept. So
Like Tom said, aim for 3:30.
yeah, 3
so-
better 3.
Better
Yeah.
free, yes.
Yes.
But just you can upload anything right now just to be sure have an insurance in a sense. So
Exactly.
yeah. Well, good luck for everyone.
Yeah. Good luck, everyone, and hopefully see you then at 4 for the final presentations.
Yes.
Okay, then.
Ciao.
Ciao.